I'm going to show you how to download a brush to use in Photoshop. You can see that I've already got my canvas set up. I've got a picture in here, it's been resized, and I'm now ready to download a brush. So the first thing I have to do is go to my brush downloading website. So I chose Brush Easy. It's a free website, but there are hundreds of them out that you can use. I need to go to my Brushes tab up top. And I need to display the versions that will work for our computer. So for our version of Photoshop, we're going to use CS3. And I'm going to hit the blue filter button. I've now filtered my brushes so that all of the brushes that I'm looking at will work with my version of Photoshop. Alright, I'm going to click on a thumbnail of a brush that looks interesting to me, and I'm going to download it. When I click download, this little window is going to pop up. It's just an ad, it means nothing. Your brush will automatically start to download on the taskbar. When your brush has been 100% downloaded, I'm going to click on the little down arrow and I'm going to hit show in folder. You can see that my brush is in this zipped file. We need to unzip this file. We need to extract the file in order to get the brush. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to hit extract all. To make my life easier, I'm going to download it directly to the desktop. I'm going to hit OK, hit extract, and I now have my flower brush right on my desktop. I'm going to X out of all of these. I'm going to minimize in case I want to use Brush Easy later. Alright, now that I'm in my Photoshop and I've got my brush downloaded to the desktop, I need to load it into my actual brush tool. So I'm going to click on the brush. I'm going to click on this little down arrow up here within my brush presets, and I'm going to click on the little button that looks like a play button in the top right. I'm going to hit load brushes. It's going to take me to my desktop. I'm going to choose the file that I downloaded, my flower ink brush, and I'm going to hit load. If I now look at the very bottom of my brush presets, I have all of these different brush patterns that I have downloaded. What I'm going to do is choose one, and I can adjust the size of it just like I would any other way by using my parentheses keys. I want to make sure that everything is in normal mode, that my opacity is at 100%, my flow is at 100%, and I'm ready to go. If I want to paint with this, I can change the color just by clicking on my color palette. How about purple? The last thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm doing my brush in a new layer. I don't want to do it directly on my background. And now if I click, you'll see that I have painted using my brush. I can change the color. I can change the size of the brush. If I've done it in a new layer, I can make the brush feel like it's going behind my subject by dragging the layer order of the brushes down to the bottom. I can also do something really cool. If I want to restrict my brush so I'm just covering my person, it's pretty easy to do. All I have to do is click on my background layer. Because I don't have a background, I can actually click outside of my person, and I want to select the inverse so it's just on my person layer. You can do this with the pen tool, you can do this with any of your selection tools. Once I have my person selected, I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to go back to my brush. I might choose black. I might to change the size. And if you look, now when I paint, the brush is staying directly inside that selection.